Can ChatGPT write your patent application? Technically, yes, because for many inventors, the danger is not that ChatGPT produces nothing useful. Danger is that it produces something that looks patent ready. That's the trap. So in this video, I want to show you where ChatGPT can help in the drafting process, where it becomes risky, and why a patent application that's sound polished can still be weak in the places that matter most and actually work against you. If you've watched the earlier videos in the series, this question is the natural next step. First, you use ChatGPT to help you organize the information. Then maybe you use it to help with research. So the next thought is obviously going to be, why not let it draft the patent application too? That progression makes sense. In fact, it probably means you're trying to be efficient. You're thinking, I already explained the invention, I already did some searching, ChatGPT knows the context. Maybe it can now turn all of this into a patent draft. That's a very natural and understandable next step, one would think. And to be fair, ChatGPT can help with parts of that. It can help you describe the invention. It can help you list components. It can help you organize sections. It can help you explain embodiments, variations, use cases, and features in clearer language. That part's real. But here's the distinction. A patent application isn't just a description document. It's a strategy document disguised as a technical one. Let's give the tool credit where it deserves credit. ChatGPT can help with raw drafting support. It can help you turn messy notes into cleaner explanations, write more complete feature summaries, generate alternative ways to describe your invention, list embodiments and variations you may not have thought to write down, help you expand sparse explanations into fuller narratives, and create a more organized first-pass disclosure. And that's useful. In that role, it could function like a drafting assistant. This is the core message of the whole video. A lot of inventors assume the challenge is just getting the invention written clearly. A skilled patent attorney is making decisions the whole time about what to emphasize, what to broaden, what to keep flexible, and what to define carefully. What variations need to be captured, how to avoid unnecessary limitations that may limit the scope of protection, and how to draft in a way that supports useful claims later. That's not generic writing. That's strategic drafting. And that's why the output that ChatGPT hands you can be misleading here, because it can generate language that feels complete, but it doesn't think strategically like a patent attorney. It doesn't instinctively weigh claim scope, fallback positions or hedges, future enforcement value, prosecution consequences, how one phrase may narrow the interpretation of your claims later, how omissions can hurt you, how overspecificity can actually box you in, and how vague language can fail to support what you later want to claim. Those aren't just cosmetic issues. Those are issues that affect the fundamental value of what you're filing. Now let's talk about the part many inventors don't fully appreciate: patent claims. That's one of the biggest reasons ChatGPT can't be trusted to just draft the application. Because in patents, claims are not just another section. A claim that isn't written carefully can be too narrow, too broad, unsupported by the specification, easy to define around, easy to design around, or maybe framed in a way that weakens the commercial value of the patent. That's why patent application isn't just about having a lot of descriptive text. And once you understand that, the drafting phase stops looking like a writing task and starts looking like what it really is: a legal architecture problem. This is the part inventors often miss. They assume the risk is, what if the invention is rejected? That's not the only risk. Sometimes the bigger risk is that it gets filed and even moves forward, and then you only find out that what you wrote and filed could have been better years down the road. That's of course dangerous because it can create false confidence. Keep this in mind. Once filed, that application becomes a permanent record, and bad drafting can become future ammunition against you rather than future protection. This part's especially important if the invention touches software or complex systems. One of the strongest angles you need to consider is that the key issue in software-related patent work is that what we're patenting needs to be the technical solution to a technical problem. So for software, AI tools can make the draft look smarter while actually making the protection less precise where precision matters most. So what's the smart use of ChatGPT here? Use it upstream. Use it to organize your invention disclosure, expand rough notes, list features and embodiments, Clarify how the invention works, capture variations, create better raw material before speaking with a patent attorney. That's a smart use, because it's not just turning your idea into cleaner text. As patent attorneys, we often turn a rough invention concept into a full patent application that's built for protection. To do so, we're looking at what should be protected, how it should be framed, what language helps or what might actually hurt, what claiming path needs support, what details are going to matter commercially, and how to build an application that does more than just exist. This is where the real value is. So if you've been wondering whether ChatGPT can write your patent application, consider this. It can help generate drafting language. It can't replace strategic patent drafting. And once you understand the difference, the conclusion becomes obvious. Patent application isn't just a document to file that needs to look formal and look good. It's creating the legal foundation that you want to be able to rely on later. If you're serious about protecting your invention, use ChatGPT to draft ideas, but use Goldstein intellectual property to create real protection. If you found this helpful, subscribe. And if you want to protect your invention the right way, connect with me before you file something that looks strong but hurts you more than it helps you.